there is evidence. Evidence. Evidence will be admissible if it follows, if it was required through specific guidelines set up. If this evidence was tampered with in any way, then it may not be admissible. And yet, in other disciplines, like let's say education, if someone has worked, maybe he has been experienced, he has been working, and probably maybe he has been an headmaster, and he writes a book about education, it is very likely that these people will take it as the whole truth. It will be a few minor people that will critique the book, which may not be with respect to law. Am I making sense?
Yeah.
Yeah, so the part of processes is very important, that in research methods, processes involved with respect to particular disciplines of the particular sector in which research is being made. Are we at par, guys?
Yes.
Mr. Ronnie, what do you say?
Yes, thank you so much.
Yes.
Define research as a process or a technique which can use collection data or evidence in order to uncover new information or create better understanding of a topic.
Mr. Ronnie, are you defining research or research methods?
Research methods.
Yes, we beg your pardon on that.
Is a strategy or process,
yes,
or even a technique utilized in the data or evidence for analysis in order to uncover new information or create better understanding of a topic.
Of a topic.
Yes.
Could you help us and type that definition in? Because I for one, I don't know whether the rest of the people have had the whole definition.
Yeah, I
but
haven't
I
had
for
it
one,
before.
yeah, Mr. Ronnie, could you please repeat the definition?
Because here the
Dennis, please first mute Asha.
Hello. Guys, I'm very sorry I'm too late. I was a bit fun.
It's okay, Mr. Asha. We are proceeding. We are running out of time. So, Mr. Ronnie. Daphne.
Yes, please. I'm back.
Mr. Ron, yes, we are begging for your pardon on the definition that you type it in here and send it, and well as you explain.
So the question is define research method.
Yeah.
It's not just what is research. You get now. What we have to do is try to understand what the scope about the question is. And once you're defining something in regards to methods, so what you have to put at the back of your brain is there are strategies or processes that they want you to unleash. As it was initially said by Sarah, that the word process is so keen. We ought not to leave it. So we are using processes or techniques in the collection of data or even evidence, which could be used for analysis in order to uncover or in order to get what we desire or what we want from a fresh beginning, or even create a better understanding of something that is specific that like nothing of. Hope you're getting. Hello.
Yeah. Yes, Mr. Ronnie, thank you. I think Mr. Ronnie is.
Thank you so much.
Alex's network has stopped working.
Sarah.
Manje?
Yeah, okay. I was saying that I think Mr. Ronnie concurs with me that in respect of research methods as a definition, the word process is very key, or it's very important, it's very key. Okay, so as you're explaining, we put that in. And then Sheila was asking, Daphne was asking for my definition of research methods. Not so?
Yeah, your definition.
Yes. And my definition for research methods is that research methods refers to processes of systematic inquiry that entail collection of data. Daphne. Hello?
Probably she's writing.
Yes, please.
I think it's very long. I will just send it. I will just send it to you.
Yeah, and you send it
You're not getting.
you send it in the message. Maybe if you send it in the chat here, maybe the Zoom can go off.
Yeah, I will send it. I will send it to Daphne later on.
Okay.
So
Okay.
and so we have about 4 definitions of what research is, and about 2 definitions of research methods. The one Mr. Ronnie has given us, and the one that I found in my research work. Okay. So, Mr. Ronnie. Mr. Ronnie?
What's up?
Yeah, I am going to request you to, after this discussion, you will send your definition of research methods to the group, and then Daphne will write it down.
It's all right.
Okay. Have we exhausted the first part? Do you think we have exhausted the first part?
Yes.
And we proceed to part B.
Objectives.
Is that all for question A?
No.
What else? What is the whole question?
If you read the whole question.
Hello.
Yes.
I think it is maybe for now we can make it for question A, but and we go to another part, then we can come back and add in.
No. What is the whole question A saying?
It
You said the whole
says
question.
the different definitions of research methods and what are the objectives of research and its motivation.
Yes.
So they're asking for
Objectives and motivations.
And motivation.
Okay. Can anyone take us through that?
I think the objectives is why research is conducted, right?
Yes, Daphne, we could not hear you very well.
The reason, what you're looking at. I'm like, we have to talk about the objectives and then its motivation before we go to the second part of it.
We have to talk about the objectives, right? Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Yeah. So it has objectives and motivations.
Who is talking?
Oh, yes, I was asking that who can proceed on that? Please, someone to proceed. The objectives of research.
Hello.
Yes, Sheila. Can you hear me? Yes, Sheila.
Hello.
Can you hear me?
Hello. Yeah. No, you're heading. Alex.
Yes, can you guys hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yes, me, I'm getting you.
Yes, and I'm saying that the other part that talks about the objectives of research methods, can anyone proceed on that? Davis?
I think we have that.
Davis?
Let me try.
Yes, please.
So I raised
Me.
my hand.
Oh.
Okay, you talk.
Yes, Sheila. And then, Davis.
Hello.
Yes, we can hear you. Davis.
I'm sorry about.
Davis.
Guys, what's not happening?
Sheila, can Sarah proceed as you prepare yourself? Sarah,
Manje.
proceed.
Okay, for me, when you speak about objectives of research, the first thing that comes into my mind is the goals or the scope of the study, in that the action being taken in the process. Why is research carried out?
Thank
So for
you.
me, I would say one of it is to explore the unknown. You get, people do research because they want to find out about new different things. You may do research, let's say in law, you always want to know which law supports which. You get, which law talks about which section. So the more research you do, the more things you're exploring and the more unknown things you're discovering. That's what I think.
So how would you phrase that point? Make it a point.
Transfer. I know. Someone help me.
Sarah has a point, but how can we make it a point? I saw Paul's hand up.
Yes. My microphone is muted. Oh, sorry, it's open. So me, when I hear objectives of research, it's the reason, right? The reasons why. Yes.
Okay, first proceed, because I wanted you to first comment on Sarah's point. Have you heard Sarah's point?
I've had Sarah's point. I had it to explore the unknown.
So how would you phrase it? Would you write it like that in a paper?
No, but I would say because Sarah's point is actually general. When you give it, the best way to give Sarah's point is when I say the reasons why I would carry out research is to collect data. Because when you find out new things, it's you collecting data, but that is you encompassing all the points you would have got into one. That's what I think.
Okay, Then Davis, first hold on back. Davis, is Kankwasa here even?
He has disappeared.
He has gone to the toilet.
Probably nature is calling.
Asha is all over me. He says, Davis put this thing of host, only host can open for you the door. So Asha is all over the place. He has gone nuts. He can't access. The discussion is going on. He can't access the discussion. Anyway, please proceed, Paul. Paul?
Yes, sir.
Yes, please proceed.
That was actually I was going to say collect data, but then I realized it's what Sarah's point was. And when I put it as that point, I will not be able to get any other point. So I don't know how we can break it down.
I think, Sarah, your point is okay. I think you may say to explore new ideas and expound knowledge on a particular discipline. Would that make sense?
Oh,
Yeah.
Yes?
Yes.
Would
like
that
I would
make
like.
sense?
Hello.
Yes, Sheila.
Yeah, I was saying
Hmm.
it's nearly impossible for us like to bring out the objectives without a research topic we are basing on, like something we are referring to.
Well, I guess that would come in our explanations, unless you're saying we put that in our work. But
Yeah,
we
I
are
really think
the research, the objectives of research in a general scope,
It's
be it
open
any
book.
field. Yeah, in a general scope, whether it's medicine, whether it's legal, whether it's health or anything. You get
okay.
it is not
Yeah.
it is not inclined and limited to legality alone.
Alex,
Okay.
Yes, yes.
how about if I say research can be carried out in order to solve problems faced in society? For example, when we had the coronavirus, they made research on the different medicines that could work for us, hence solving the problem of a pandemic that was in our society. I don't know if that makes sense.
Doesn't it fall in the aspect of knowledge Sarah was talking about?
To expound knowledge.
Hmm?
Hello.
Okay. I don't
Yeah,
know.
that's what I
Hello.
think. Yes, yes, Sheila.
I managed to get through.
Sheila,
Yes, please.
yes, what are you saying?
I said I managed to get 3 research purposes. I think the purposes are the same as the objective, right?
Mm-hmm.
The first one is that it's explanatory. Then we have descriptive and it is explanatory, descriptive. I think I missed out on the third one. Let me search again.
But Sheila,
But
on the point, is Sarah's point wrong?
Sarah's point, it's correct.
So how would you write it in the paper?
Maybe if it's okay, maybe you can pardon it for me.
Okay, we are going to pardon it for you. Yes, Ronnie, Council Ronnie. Council Ronnie? Ronnie, I saw your hand up.
Hello, Alex.
Yes, please proceed.
I was saying, what's the question we are discussing? Is it objectives of research method or objectives of research?
objectives of research.
I get it. And then, of course, I have one.
Mr. We have many points, but I want us to first settle the point of Sarah. The point
Okay.
of knowledge. Is it
Once again.
is it wrong? Hello. Mr. Ron. Okay, let's proceed. So I would say, I would put that point in the aspect that research helps us explore new ideas to expound on the knowledge of a particular discipline. That's how I would phrase it, because I feel it's a correct point. Because in most cases, research either adds on to or leads to an invention. You get invention of something. So it's two-way. It could be research enables us explore new ideas and still expound on the existing knowledge of a particular discipline. Would that be correct?
I would go with that.
Banana.
People are quiet.
Yes, guys, I am so sorry. I am sorry for being quiet. Asha is all over the place. It's the last time I'm. But where is Davis?
Davis has disappeared.
Why? The guy is on my neck. It feels like I'm the one refusing him to be here. He's taking it personal. He wants.
Let me call Davis to be back.
Yes?
Let me call Davis.
Asha is saying he's trying to call Davis, but he's not picking up. Okay. As we proceed, we are running out of time. Other points on purpose or objectives of research. The other point that I have is to prove or disapprove certain established facts. For example, if they said that when you, for example, the rumor that has been moving around that if you get the COVID vaccine, you know, the fear that has been in many people, that once you injected with the COVID vaccine, your lifespan actually what? Decreases. Yeah, and it has been, you know, rumors can be facts if they are not, you know, gunned down. Okay, people can take it as the solemn truth. So if an established fact is wrong, then research can be made to that effect. Okay, that's the point I have. Okay.
Okay.
To prove, so we make research is done to prove or disapprove certain established facts. Okay. Are we together?
Yes.
Any other point from any of you guys? Hello?
Yes, hello.
Any other point on that? Or any other point? Daphne, are you still right? Yes, Ronnie, proceed. Ronnie? Ronnie?
Yes, please.
Please proceed.
I have a point that
Yes.
research aids in decision making.
Yes.
What I'm saying is, like, if you have some limited amount of money in your pocket, and there are some brands of that you would love to buy, find about 3 brands. Some find the other brand is kind of cheaper, so it's going to make you go for a cheaper brand in regards to what you have in your pocket. So the point I'm trying to research decision making at times.
Okay, decision making.
Can I say something?
Please do.
This goes to Ronnie. If you say it aids in decision making, you're changing the test in that it's going to fall more into the importance. You get? It won't fall into the objective. But if you say if you're to say, if that asks you are objective and you're like to aid in decision making instead of it aids, they may look similar, but they fall into different categories. The other will fall into importance, one will fall into objective.
You're right. You're right.
Thank you,
Trying to
Sarah,
frame it.
for saying that. Mr. Ronnie, I think you got her point.
She's right. She's right. I was just trying to frame a point.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks.
Yes. Yes, John. John?
Yes, my point, actually, I raised my hand before Ronnie, but that was my point too, but in relation to the government, because with research, if we relate it to the government and the businesses in the economic system, we see that research aids a lot in every policy that the government is to make. So when Ronnie says that it aids in decision making, that I will give another example. He gave his example. Then there is, if they make research and find out what the youths are going through, or it may be the elderly. That's why we have members of parliament, that they go ahead to have LC1s, and those LC1s get to know about the problems that the village people are facing. And at the end of the day, it's all those solutions that, it's all those problems that lead to the final decision of the government. So that's why I was saying it aids in decision making, but here in relation to the government.
Okay. Now, with research, in most cases, research comes in to solve a particular problem. Okay? I want us to distinguish those two things. That in respect of what Joan is saying, guys, sorry about that. That with research, there should be an existing problem that needs to be solved. And yet, with what John is saying, that government and then the LCs, you get with this, it is with that, it is just helping in reducing the government burden. You get. Yes, if the government enrolls itself with the rights to do everything on its own, it could still be okay. But delivery of service would be inadequate, and that would cause a problem. So they delegate powers too. But with research, there is an existing problem. Either the existing ideas are insufficient to solve it, or entirely there is nothing, there is no solution to that effect. And therefore, research strategies are laid down into how this problem in existence can be solved. But the other aspect of government delegating powers to the LC1 chairman, it's part of government's duty to do. Okay? Are we at par? Am I making sense? I feel like we should not, try to resonate these two ideas. They are totally different logics. Hello? Hello, guys, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, what do you say on that? I felt like, Joan, are we at par?
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah. I don't know, but I feel like they are really two distinct scopes of ideologies. So the other point, unless anyone has another point, but the other point I was able to find out that research enables us confirm, elaborate, or challenge previous researches. Okay? Hello? Hello?
Pardon?
Yes.
Research helps, research helps us confirm, comma, elaborate or challenge previous researches. Okay,
Mm.
that I would give an example to this effect, but I don't see Daphne. I feel like she has left the discussion.
Man, yeah.
Where are people going?
Probably network.
For example, I would bring it jokingly, but we cannot use it. For example, research, you know, in the previous university rankings, according to the rankings, KIU came out as the leading private university. And you would kill me on that because those guys are not next to number one. I don't know what number one even means in that sense.
They mean Western Campus, not main
The Western,
campus.
but it's KIU embodied in it. They don't take the Western Campus only. They say Kampala International University respective. Okay. So if I am aggrieved and I'm like, no, those people are warriors. Okay. So because it's an established fact, research has been made. And so you go out to, you know, you do research to challenge it. So research can be made to confirm or elaborate, try to expound on the fact that this is actually true, okay? Or even challenge the previous research made. So there are three aspects: confirmation, elaboration, and challenging. Can anyone explain that point if Madam came out and asked about it? Yes? Hello? Hello guys, can you hear me? Opio? Opio?
Wanji?
Can you hear me? Obadogenze Mufumbiro, can you hear me? Hello? Joan, can you hear me?
I can.
And I'm asking, can you explain that point if Madam asks you to explain it tomorrow? The point I have just finished citing.
The one of to challenge former research. Is it what you said?
Confirm, elaborate, and challenge previous research.
Oh, if it is to confirm and then challenge, I think I can explain it. Let me say. You want me to say something, right?
Yeah. How would you explain that?
Let me relate it to, let me say.
Can you get
research,
a legal example? Can you get a legal example?
Yeah. There is research made through going to the field, you know? You go to the field and carry out your research. Then it could be in relation to science, where I have to go in a laboratory that maybe the last time you made research used different equipments, and according to those equipments, the measurements were different. So when you're like, today let's use these other equipments and see and confirm if we'll get the same results. So by that, you're confirming, you research and confirm that, oh, both research methods can lead to one thing. You confirm that it's, you confirm the research you formally did.
Okay.
The second one was what? It was to confirm and
elaborate. It was confirm, elaborate, or challenge previous researches. Like
Yeah,
the example is given of probably the machinery used last time was okay for that time, but now the problem is now different and it needs new machinery. You get? So if you used the old machinery that used at the time when particular knowledge was discovered, you will not have solved the problem. Okay.
yeah, and another thing, Alex,
Mm,
I was telling you something about research in relation
mm,
to government.
mm,
I gave my point, I think, in a wrong way, but I was reading something
mm,
and it was saying that research provides the basis for nearly all government policies in our economic
mm.
system.
That
For
is true.
instance, government's budgets rest
Mm,
in part on an analysis of the
mm,
needs and desires of the people. So I
mm,
was trying to bring out that analysis, that
mm,
research that is made by the government to know the needs and the desires of the people and on the
mm,
availability of the revenue to meet those
mm,
needs.
mm,
So in such an incident,
mm,
where a government has to analyze and know the needs and the desires of the people,
mm,
um, the former government may have made its own analysis and got to know that the most, the poorest people in the country lie in the west or in the east, or
mm,
the jobless, most of the jobless people are the youth, and the youth are
mm,
the largest number. So they get
mm,
to know that now we are dealing with the youth. The youth are the jobless ones, and they're the ones in need of this and this and this. By
mm,
this, you're challenging the former analysis being made, and you're looking at how to help and come up with a solution
I think you've explained it way better than last time. It's
than the
true.
first time, I
Yeah,
think.
because there again you brought in the chairman, which sounded like again delegation of powers.
Yeah,
But
that
yeah,
was Mugambo. Don't worry.
okay, thank you very much. Then Sarah Opio, do you have any point to that?
No, I don't.
Pal, are you there?
Yes.
Yes. Any other objective?
Um, no, I feel like they've mentioned all of them.
Okay, I was still
Yeah.
mentioning more. Okay, so the other point that I had, which could use Giovanni's explanation, is to support, challenge, rather to solve new and old problems or issues in society. And I think, Joan, if I am unless guided otherwise, your explanation could work on this point. That research enables or helps in solving new and old problems or issues in society. Like the example you've given, that probably in the former governance, that's probably the way the approach they used in curbing or trying to go and do the counting and understand which persons are of the greatest number. Joanne, we have found that. Joan?
Yes, we are.
Okay,
Because it is through this research that we can devise other alternative policies.
thank you. So the point is to solve new,
New and old
new and old,
issues in society.
yeah, problems or issues in society. And then, is there any other point?